Hey everybody, Ryan here at etrailer. Today we're going to be checking out the Roadmaster to Demco base plate tow bar adapter ends. So right away, what these are going to allow you to do is pair up your Roadmaster tow bar to a Demco base plate. And believe it or not, we see this quite a bit. You know, a lot of people already have a tow bar for maybe a prior flat tower, maybe one came with their motorhome or something along those lines, and they're setting up a new vehicle. And decide to go with a different type of base plate that's not compatible, that won't allow the two to, pair up right out of the box. And so as opposed to having to get a whole new tow bar or settle for a base plate that you really don't like, there's a solution, and that is just to use an adapter end. And so what this is going to do is you're going to remove your original Roadmaster tow bar end, replace it with this new style, and that's going to allow you to pair it up to that Demco base plate. So here at this end, this is where your adapter is going to connect to your Roadmaster tow bar. Now these are designed to work with quite a few different types of Roadmaster tow bars. Here today we are showing off the Falcon all-terrain, but it can also work with the Blackhawk all-terrain, the Blackhawk, the Falcon, as well as the Roadmaster Sterling. With the Sterling though, you definitely want to check the serial numbers on the tow bar. These adapter ends will work with the tow bars that have serial numbers up to 14,500. If your Sterling tow bar's serial number exceeds that, not a big deal. There's a bracket that is designed to work with it as well. So I just went ahead and undid the tow bar there, and this is what the whole deal is going to look like. Really well made, actually. This is solid steel, you know, no joke. I feel like this is really going to provide us with that connection point that we need to be able to rely on, and I think we can do that with this setup here. So just to kind of, show you what's going on. So here's the original end that came on our tow bar. Clearly not going to work, not going to be able to hook it up. But if you have experience with that type of end, probably one of the things you like is the simplicity of it. It's super easy, a quick connect type deal, and you don't lose that type of feature by going to this. You're still just going to line it up and take the pin here that comes with it, push that through, and lock it down. So really simple and hardly takes any time at all. This kit is going to be sold as a set, so you're going to get two of these ends here, one for each arm of your tow bar, and just a couple of quick measurements, just in case if you need them. The thickness of this part here that's actually going to plug into your base plate, that's going to come out to 0.625 of an inch, and this distance here, so from the inside of the plate to the inside of the plate, that's going to be 1.5 inches. So you can help use that, to figure out, make sure it's going to go over the end if you need to. But like I said, it is compatible with all those tow bars that I mentioned a moment ago. Now, one thing that's pretty nice, this isn't going to diminish the weight capacity or the weight rating of your tow bar. It's still going to remain the same, whatever it's originally rated for. And that's not something you see all the time, whenever you use an adapter or something like that. Usually you sacrifice a little bit of capacity, and that's not the case with these. So, it gives you a little more peace of mind there knowing you're not affecting that. As far as getting these actually swapped out onto your existing Roadmaster tow bar, super simple actually. I've yet to do this exact set, so I really wasn't sure what to expect. I know in the past I've changed out some ends on tow bars, and some older tow bars, and it can kind of be a pain, and not the case at all with this up here. I mean, it was extremely simple. It's one bolt and should only really take you a few minutes realistically. But with that said, why don't we go ahead and just kind of walk through and how to put one on together now. To remove your original end and put the new one on, we're really only going to need a couple of tools. 9/16 wrench here to hold this nut, and a 1/4 inch Allen key. And what we're going to do is just break this hardware free. And once we remove this bolt, it's going to allow us to pull that end off. So go ahead and set this to the side and grab our new end. And just kind of eyeball this. The new bolt that comes with it, for this particular setup, it's too long. Not a huge deal. We'll just reuse the old one. But what we're going to do, let's set this up here for a second here. I am going to use the new bushings that come with it. So, I'm going to take this, get the bolt started through it, slide one of the bushings on, and then we're just going to line this up at the tow bar end. And we'll get that bolt to come through, but kind of hold it steady, pull that bolt back out, and then you're going to have to take that other bushing and kind of sneak it in there. Make sure everything goes through completely the way it should. Take our nut and then get that started. Then we can come back and tighten it down, and that's really all there is to it. You know, once you have this side done, you're going to repeat the same process over on the other side. Whenever you're actually ready to hook up to your motorhome and to your tow bar, it's going to be really simple, and a lot of people wonder that. You know, they don't want to mess around and waste a bunch of time on some confusing setup. And that's not the case at all with this one. It's really straightforward. All you're going to have to do is take the tow bar end, line the holes up, and then take your pin and put that pin through. And that's really all there is to it. You know, you're obviously going to have to hook up your other components as well as your safety cable, which are easy to get to. And that'll finish up our look at of the Roadmaster to Demco base plate tow bar adapter ends.